Hibbert out at Mississippi Blood Services. Rhino back in the studio, and joining us now in our final segment is Priscilla Wallace and her son Carson. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. So tell us about the story here, Priscilla. What brings you to Mississippi Blood Services and your relationship?
Well,
Carson?
Tell them who you are.
Carson Wallace.
And when was you diagnosed?
December 26th.
Last year, huh?
Diagnosed with?
Leukemia.
He has B-cell ALL leukemia.
Yeah.
So we were diagnosed the day after Christmas, and tell him we started out, he was pretty sick. He had a white blood cell count of 209,000 and a platelet count of 10,000. So we woke up the day after Christmas, and his whole body was covered in petechia. So we knew it wasn't migraines, what people had previously thought, you know. But we came up here and say we have December 26th be a year ago, and God's been good to us, and I feel you'll probably hear me say God a lot, but we have come along. Every person we've met, from the blood drive services to the doctors to the nurses, has been perfect every step of the way. And you know, and like he has needed blood quite a bit, but it's not always been there, you know. I told him earlier, I told him, I said, you know, we've been through COVID, E. coli, rhinovirus this year, and including cancer, and we've been blessed through it all. But far as the blood is concerned, I told him, I said, you know, you never need to wait and give when it's just somebody you know. You don't need to take all that and say, oh, I'll give whenever it's this person or that person, because you never know if it's going to show up on your doorstep. And if you wait to give when they need it immediately, it's not going to get to them. It's going to have to go through a process. And we've been there. We've been there back in September. We were there for like 20 days in the hospital, and his counts were extremely low. And we were thinking, oh, we're going to get blood today. But somebody else's numbers were just a few points lower.
I got you. You
should never have to roll the dice to see whose numbers is lower and whose life's more important.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I've watched doctors and nurses leave their job and go donate blood because they see how bad the kids need it. And if everybody, I don't want to ever have to force and say, oh, you must give blood. But if everybody would listen to their heart enough and realize that, you know, cancer or sickle cell, trauma, it doesn't discriminate. One day you can be perfect and wake up the day after Christmas and have full-blown cancer and your life depending on that blood. So if you can just give, because you never know if it's going to be at your doorstep, which I pray it is never at someone's doorstep, you know, firsthand. But if they have the heart to give, then one day if they're in that position, it'll come back to them,
Sure.
You know. But like I said, we have been blessed. They have been good, huh, buddy?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Carson, how you doing now?
I'm doing fine.
You look great.
Thanks.
We appreciate you coming on. So, this place is pretty special to you, isn't it? Mississippi Blood Service?
Yes, sir.
Life-saving.
Yes, sir.
It's incredible. You, well, the organization is a blessing in our state, and we're so glad that it was here to help you. And what you said, Priscilla, kind of takes me back to the J.T. Williamson, who was a longtime host of this show, of course, who's made the profound statement, you just never know what it's like until you're on the other side of the bag. And that's basically what your story was.
We had no idea. Even the kids in your own communities, you don't realize how many sick. When we were diagnosed, the little boy at the other end of the hall was from our own town, and we had no idea. And we become close. His name was Cash Ford, and they were a light in a dark place. So they definitely been good to us. So he's in remission now, and we're thankful.
That is awesome.
But you never know.
All right, so tell me about the shirt. What's going on here?
Well, I was on steroids when I designed it. So.
You did that? You designed it?
Yes, sir.
And so everybody that donates today gets a shirt, right? Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
Shirt.
You love tacos, huh?
Yes, sir.
We were talking about it, and his nurse, Miss Jenny, told him, she's like, you know, Carson, you got to have guacamole and hot sauce if you're going to have a taco. And she's like, well, you know, Mom, platelets and blood give us life, about like hot sauce and guacamole give a taco life.
Yeah,
So we
this
figured
is-
give it avocado port and give it hot sauce and guacamole.
And just to describe it for our audience, this is a taco with a little Christmas elf hat on that is connected to the blood transfusion machine, and it looks like it's getting guacamole and taco sauce there, right?
Yeah.
Says, thank you for life.
Yes,
There.
sir.
Yeah, that is so awesome. It's been fantastic having you guys on the program today. You are an inspiration. Folks, come out and give blood here at Mississippi Blood Services. I'm so glad you're doing better. God bless you. Your story
You
is
too.
inspirational.
And
Thank
thank
you
you.
for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for all you do.
Priscilla and Carson Wallace have been our